Alrighty then. It won't go up any higher. I have to sit sideways in my chair because my leg hurts. Man. Anyway, so I got a box from PrintedSolid, and my glasses are really dirty. There's like fingerprints all over my eyeballs. So from what I understand, like a week ago, Chris Pirillo or MakerViking. I'm really not sure which one. What's up, non-fam? What's up, Jer? Chris Pirillo had a giveaway on his Twitch stream. And I was just chit-chatting with Viking. We were talking about something, I don't even remember what. Actually, I think we're on Facebook chat. Anyway, I guess he won something. And he's like, dude, they won't ship to me. You'll want some stuff from PrintedSolid? I'm like, oh, okay. So yeah, as soon as I sent him my address, forgot all about it, and today a box showed up. And I'm like, that's got to be what it is, because I haven't ordered anything from PrintedSolid in the last week or two. So that's the only thing I can think of is where it came from. Do I need cheese for your leg? No, it's cheesy enough. I'm cheesy enough. I need some cheese for my wine now. Anyway, freaking hurts. I've been out mowing the lawn, so it's my own damn fault. Mowing and weed whacking and working on table saw. And one thing I gotta say I discovered today, and I'm gonna do a video on it. No lie. I don't know if you guys have ever looked. What's up, MakerViking? And John. Anyone on YouTube, go over to Twitch. Go over to Twitch if you're on YouTube. It's Tom Llama Makes on Twitch, because it's just better there. PrintedSolid for the win. Yes, I love PrintedSolid. That's mostly what I buy for Filament. My choice of filaments right now. There's others I really like, but my two big choices are PrintedSolid. One, it's just plain good filament. It's stupid cheap. For me, I just like Dave, and I like PrintedSolid, and no, it isn't. It's not. Twitch isn't that new. I was thinking about doing some TikTok videos just for kicks and giggles. I've been doing a lot of videos on woodworking, and I go to do the, make a YouTube video, and it's just terrible. And then I look at it and go, if I just fast forward through this whole thing and make it, 45 seconds, it wouldn't be that bad, because people would just laugh at the stupidness. Anyway, where the hell was I? PrintedSolid. Yeah, that's better. I'm only doing both right now because people get notified when you start streaming on YouTube. So if I stream on YouTube and then say go to Twitch, I get paid on Twitch. It's not a lot, but I make like $15 a month on Twitch, and it pays for my StreamYards. That's the only reason why I give a crap. It's not like I'm making money on Twitch, because I'm not. I think I haven't even gotten paid out yet, because they won't pay out until you have $100. And I haven't hit $100 since Christmas. So that's how little I'm getting paid out. But I think last month was like $22. So that pays for my StreamYards. That's the only reason I give a crap. If YouTube would start paying out I wish they'd pay out a little bit, nickels and dimes, because it would add up. You know what I mean? And I'd do it more, but it's not. My ad revenue last month was like $3, and then I got like $15 in subscribing money, and that's only because Sergio did a big subscribe thing for a whole bunch of people. I designed him some parts he needed. The vent, I don't know if you saw him, the vent caps for his air conditioners. He kept getting birds and stuff would build nests in the PVC pipe. So I designed him a little 3D printed cap that just, locks into the PVC pipe. It took me like 10 minutes. He's like, oh, I'll pay you. And I'm like, don't worry about it. So he did we were twitching, and he just gift subscribed like a dozen people. Anyway, where was I? PrintedSolid. I really like PrintedSolid filament. For one, I like Dave. I like that they're a semi-local company to me. They're here on the East Coast. They're a nice little company. Yes, you do have to watch ads, but they're only like 30 seconds. Yeah, I don't stream that much either. So anyway, um, love PrintedSolid. The filament's good. It's reasonably priced. It's Dave. Dave's just a great guy for the community. PrintedSolid as a company, Matt Gordon started it. He's a great guy. He gave it up to Dave, didn't give it up, sold it, transferred it, whatever. Now Prusa owns it, but it's still Dave running it. It's still PrintedSolid. It's just basically Prusa's putting money in and basically gives a U.S. sales base to Prusa. So now Prusa can ship parts and stuff, and we can actually buy parts from the U.S. now. He doesn't have to play all kinds of games, shipping and crap. Anyway, it's a whole big thing. My other big filament I really, really like is Paramount 3D. Their filament, you can buy it direct from them. You can buy it from Amazon. Paramount 3D filament is really good. It's not expensive. It's like $25, $23, $25 a roll for the PLA. Their colors are just fantastic. They have some of the best colors in the world. They just have a really good, and they Pantone color key all their colors, so they're really good colors. They have some wicked nice, and the filament's good too. Okay, I had to watch 2 ads. Yeah, they're like 15 seconds each, aren't they? I think I did that because normally what I do with the ads for Twitch is I usually, when I start live on Twitch, I put out the notifications, I start it up, and I put up a banner that says I'm going to start in 5 minutes. And then everyone comes in, they watch their 2 ads, and they don't miss anything. That makes sense? Then I start up 5 minutes later. I actually start streaming. In that way, all the ads are over. Then I have another set of ads at like 30 minutes because you can sort of set them. They make you have some of them, and if you don't set them, they just do it whenever they want. But basically, that's the only set of ads. I don't make a lot of money on the ads. But anyway, on to the filament. Let's open a box. If I can reach down here and grab it without falling off the chair. So I thought it was just 1 roll, and I'm guessing by the size of this, it's actually 2. This is a big box unless there's other stuff in here. I don't know. I was kind of hoping Viking would show up. I might have to give it another minute and see if he pops in because this is, from what I understand, Chris Pirillo, man, Mr. Pillow. Chris Pillow. I like that better, Pirillo. I wasn't sure if, did he do it on MakerDeck or on his own stream? I don't know which one. MakerDeck, are you MakerDeck or are you Pez Liz? Or are you one of the other MakerDeck people? Who's MakerDeck today? Is it Chris or Pez or... And if it's Pez Liz, you should really go to printables.com because even though I made them years ago, like literally 2 or 3 years ago, I made custom Pez heads. I made a Joel 3D printing nerd Pez head. What's up, Kit? So it's Pez, it's Liz that's MakerDeck right now. Okay. I made a Joel Telling Pez head. I made a Joe 3D printing nerd Pez head. I made a Angry. I got the picture on the thing on printables, but I can't find the model. I got to search for it. I got it on one of my backup storage drives. I know I do. I have Pez heads. I have a 3D printable Pez heads. I also have a blank, so you can take your own head, whatever head you want. You scale it down to the right size for a Pez. I have a blank for all the mechanicals, and you just put it in Tinkercad or any 3D app, make the blank a negative, slide it up into the head, and then subtract it from the head. And it instantly becomes a Pez. It's got all the springs and all the attachments and the pivot points and everything all built in. So all you got to do is put it up inside a head, and boom, done. Bionic. So anyway, where's Viking? I was hoping Viking would show up. Wow, it was a whole minute? I might have to reset that. I thought it was 30 seconds total. It was 30 seconds each. That means it's a 1 minute ad break. Well, that's the point. You can go buy a Pez. They're like $1.50. Like, the Pez dispenser. And you just spread it open, pop the old original head off. I not speak Spanish. I don't either. No hablo español. And you stick the I'm not speaking Spanish. I'm not sure what's going on there, but unless you're Spanish and you don't speak English, is that what you're saying? Yeah, I don't speak English. I speak frickin' slang. I'm terrible at writing. I'm terrible at typing. Most of my typing problem is it's hard to type when two fingers don't work. These two fingers were severed off. They're fake. They don't actually work. I can make them work if I try. But anyway, we won't get into that. Yeah, it's not easy to speak Llama. It's easy to understand generally because I usually get the gist across. But yeah, exactly. You get the gist of it. Uganda. Well, that's cool. You PM'd Viking. Well, Viking should be notified. If he's around, he'll pop on because I tagged him on Twitter. He'll probably get it faster if I hit him on Facebook. Anyway, he's the one that won this from PrintedSolid. It says PrintedSolid Dave Randolph. It says right from Dave Randolph, and it's not from PrintedSolid. Oh, it is from PrintedSolid Building 6 Unit 8. Anyway, Viking at work. Viking works for himself at home. He doesn't go to work. He just gets up from his chair and goes back into his chair. Viking works for himself, basically. Yeah. So, from what I understand, Viking won this box on Chris Pirillo's stream. They can't ship to Viking land because Vikings always, they raid all the ships, so they never get delivered because, Vikings are raiders. So nothing gets shipped to that land. And he had it. We were sitting there chatting. And he's just like, dude, you want it? So, yeah, it came to me. So, anyway, let's open it. I'm not jerking around. I don't have a lot of time. I only have like a half hour. Yeah, well, 8 o'clock is like, you gotta remember, 8 o'clock here, he's 6 hours ahead of me. So 8 o'clock here in the East Coast, it's like 2 o'clock in the morning where he is. But that's why I call him Vampire Viking, because he's always up all night. And there's something rattling here, something metal. Maybe not. I think it's just a couple of rolls of filament. I only thought it was one. Oh, Airheads. So what do we got here? We have some sick-looking, acid-looking green, which I've had this as slime green. This is actually a good green. I like this green. It's slimy green. It's literally the name, slime green. Jesse Premium PLA. Now it's Premium PLA. Glitter slime green or grime green. Speak, Tom. Green slime glitter. That's pretty cool. Green slime glitter. PLA. What's up, Big Gino? 1.75. And then we have some purple. This is a color, Jesse, I haven't had yet. This is their purple, and the color is not showing up on the camera. The camera is kind of making it bluish. It's very purple. It's not blue. It's definitely purple in real color. Yes, it's Twitch color. Exactly. You know what? Exactly. It is Twitch color. It's almost exactly the color. It is the Twitch logo. The Twitch chat logo next to all your little logos, which I don't know. Does that show on? That might not show on regular chat. It only shows on the StreamYards chat. Anyway, and a PrintedSolid sticker. Gotta have that. What does the little note say? Is it just a CD thing? PrintedSolid. Just has my name and says PrintedSolid. From Ogertown Road. So yeah, I got 2 rolls of filament. I was burning off filament. I've been unloading filament. Print bits. What are print bits? Yeah, purple and green. Sweetness. I like the purple. It's very purple. It's herbal. It's very herbalish. Lime green. Nice, Big Jenna. Where'd you get that? Is that one of your emotes? Is that like a little Hot Wheels freaking car under there? That's pretty cool. Another ad. Shouldn't be getting any more ads. Muted llama. That's not a problem. That's a bonus. If you mute a llama, you're a bonus in there. Anyway, what are you guys up to? Anyone want to jump in here and just hang out? I only have like half an hour. But if somebody wants to come in and join and just hang out, you're more than welcome to, because the box has been open and that's that. I am making this thing, which you can't really see, but we'll make it so you can sort of see. And I'm not really sure how it all goes together yet, because I literally was just printing it. This goes like this, I think. Or, yeah, like this. And then this goes in here. And you have to put a rod through there. And these are spacers that go in here. And what this thing's supposed to do, then you got to get a couple of nuts and bolts. And the nut and the bolt here. And then this is a little cap here that presses down. And basically what this thing is a chisel and or plane blade sharpener. So you put it on and this wheel's supposed to roll, which is a little tight, but that could be my printer, not the design. Crypto scams? Yeah. So anyway, this thing goes in here. It rolls. You put the blade in here. You got some spacers to make sure it stays centered. You clamp it down. This thing actually hits the blade. It's a little like compression cap thing. Hits the blade, and then you can run it back and forth on your sharpening stone and sharpen your this is a little spacer for something. I got to read directions on how to assemble. I think I'm missing a part or two too. I think I need a couple of these. And then I got to get some bolts and screws. It's all knocked out. It's a pretty cool design. The only thing I don't think I'm going to use is this. I have the mini wheels. Actually, let's check and see right now. Here's a full-size wheel off the CNC. This is actually from my CNC. Which is the same size as a regular 3D printing full-size wheel. Let's see. Where do I have wheels? I think they're in one of these boxes here. Yep. Here's all my wheels. I think this mini wheel is the same size about as this. Nope, it's a little bit smaller. Well, how are these? Well, guess what? The cheap ANET wheels, which I think I have a buttload of. These are off the cheap ANET printers from yesteryear. Are the same diameter as that. So what I think I'm going to do is stack a bunch of these to replace this with a bolt and some, put some spacers like this in there, and they'll actually roll better than this thing. And they just dropped on the floor. So that'll be cool, but I think I need to print more parts and it's gone. Where the hell did it go? It's way under there somewhere. It went out and under the TV and the stereo and the compact and the computer and everything. It's long gone. So yeah, I got to get some bolts and nuts, which I have, but I'm not going to. Maybe I should just do it now. I don't know what size they are, though. I think they're M5 or M6. This is kind of a well-designed little thing, and they're printed really nice. I printed these with this here printer, the LlamaCore, which I, like a dumbass, said, oh, I'm going to update the firmware just for giggles. Which, if you know me, is not a smart thing, because me and firmware don't get along. I could build the hardware and design the thing, and everything will be beautiful. The minute I go and put a board in, Like I can run the wires and hook up motors and end switches and all that, but when it comes to like the firmware and stuff, I'm just like, it's just like wizardry to me. I don't get it. I can usually make it work eventually, but it's just obnoxious. Anyway, so I think it was Wednesday. I said, oh, I think I'll update my firmware because, I had 2.03 or something in there. So I start updating the firmware. It takes me 2.5 days to get everything right. Literally, I finish it. 2 hours later, I go on Twitter, and Marlin has a post. Oh, new firmware release today. I was like, you bastards. It's like, I'm not doing it. I'm just not doing it. I'm not doing it again. Just not. I'm not going through it at all. I'm not going to sit there and go through all the, the configuration H and then all the configuration H advanced and reset all the settings. No, I'll miss something. And I'm just not doing it again. It does print a little differently, and the motors are quieter, if that makes sense. It is 2209s and all that on the big Tree Tech board, but it does sound quieter, move smoother. But with that Core XY on the side, it's a weird setup, and I can do it once I remember, but setting it up, because I don't know if you know the difference. Most Core XYs have the motor in the front. You have your X motor and your Y motor. Even though they move everything diagonally, there's still an X and a Y motor, and they're both mounted on the front, and that's how it does all its mathematical calculations. When I designed that thing, like a dumbass, I put them on the left side. So you have to play motor games to make because everything moves diagonally. You have to play. No, nobody sells 2.8. The hell do you want that ancient crap for? No. Where was it? Yeah, with the motors on the side, you got to play games and setups and motor turning different directions to get it to, home, basically the front left. So, and it's not hard. It's just one of those. When you figure it out, it's easy. The problem is you figure it out and you do it. And then, it's like a year or two later, and you go, oh, there's some trick, but I don't retain how the hell I did it a year later. I got no freaking clue what I did. So, yeah. And I did it the other day, and I couldn't tell you right now how I had to go about it. You have to reverse one motor, and the other motor has to be, I can't remember. Don't throw me no shade. What the hell are you running at? It uses 2.8. Ultimaker, one of the old Rays. The new Rays are all 1.75. Wellspot, I was just going to say they're the only ones still left doing 2.8. From what I understand, even Ultimaker is going to go 1.75 now. From what I understand, Ultimaker's got a new machine coming out in the next, 6 months, and it's going to be 1.75. Wellspot, you can make 1.75 in a heartbeat. All it is change the nozzle and the heat break. Right, that uses an old Wellspot or one of the new fancy ones after the guy bought it out. Those just use E3D V6s, don't they? For a hot end? Yeah, you have to recalibrate it. That's not hard. Even I can do that. Jeez. Now, there's things I kind of wish they'd, I don't know. There's things about 2.8 I actually like better. The only downside of 2.8 is you're more likely to get hot end jams and skips, because not only is the filament stiffer, but it takes higher pressure at the point of nozzle because it's wider, and it takes longer to melt. So you need to run the filament through it slower, but you need to run it through slower anyways because you're feeding almost twice as much diameter plastic in the same size nozzle. So you feed it into the hot end slower under higher pressure. If that makes sense. Oh, it's using the air extruder. I haven't played with one of those. Don't see myself playing with one anytime soon either. Just don't have the funds for that kind of thing, and there's things I'd rather have for that kind of money. You know, I mean, they're nice. I like the little spots. I actually like the two new ones. I think they look cool. They look beefy as hell. The actual frame structure is beefy, but I can build one for less. I don't even own a built 3D printer brand named. I have that, which I built 100% completely for myself by scratch. And then I got this one over here, which you can't see, which was once an ANET A10, or E10, E12, whatever. There ain't nothing ANET left on it, but what is left ANET on it? The 4 pieces of aluminum extrusion on the bottom and the 2 Z motors. That's it. The upper frame I replaced because they used regular T groove aluminum, and I put V groove on so I could put proper V wheels on it. Oh, you got one of the older ones then with the hexagon. I like the hexagon hot end. God, I forgot all about that. I like the old hexagon hot end. I kind of wish they'd stayed with that. I mean, it was kind of a V6 knockoff, but I like the setup better. I had one of those. It was just the hot end. Who the hell sent me that? Somebody sent me one. And I used it for like, I don't know, a while. I actually had it on this for a while. When I first built this, I had a hexagon hot end on it. I didn't keep it long because I went to a direct drive everything hot end that I actually built myself. But I had it. I liked the hexagon. I kind of like the hexagon better than the V6. It was a little smaller and lighter than the original V6. Other than that, it was basically the same thing. Instead of having the fins in a circle, they were cutting a hexagon. But it was a little shorter, a little smaller diameter. But my knee's bleeding, like all over the place. I don't know why it's bleeding. It shouldn't be bleeding. It's very bloody. Yeah, well, I could do that with this. Any proper hot end will do pretty much anything. I mean, an MK8 is actually a good hot end and extruder when it was originally done, and you got a good one. It got a bad rap because there were 8,000 super cheap $5 Chinese knockoff crap ones. Matter of fact, the low spot had an MK8 extruder on it, right? Not the whole hot end, but just the actual extruder guide. Wasn't that originally an MK8, MK10? The only real difference between the MK8 and MK10 is the freaking nozzle. The heat break and the nozzle change. Yeah, it's the clones. Oh, Jerry, how come it didn't beep?
Hey, what's going on?
Usually it beeps when someone jumps in, and I wasn't paying attention to the screen. I was looking at other crap over here.
Okay.
Well, usually when someone pops in, it goes beep. It does that little chirpy thing. What's up, Rover? Rover's on YouTube.
Hello, everybody out there in YouTube land and Twitch land and Facebook and wherever else you're at. What's going on?
I think everyone's over on Twitch now except for Rover. Rover's the holdout. And that's only because he just got here and doesn't know better. Rover, go to Twitch. Go watch the 30 seconds of ads and get over it.
Yeah, ads are a pain, and it seems like they're getting worse on YouTube and Twitch, whether it's out of our control. So whatever they want to do to make money, we have to live with it. So that's life.
Well, here's the thing about YouTube. When I watch Twitch, I get spinning beach balls pretty much constantly. All the time. I mean, they spin. I get, it's not even spinning beach ball. You get that glitch every once in a while. Wow, look at that, huh? You got to hold it up a little higher.
This is going to be for the belt printer that they sent me that I've built. But to put the thermistor in it. Like the hole is too small, so I had to order a tap off Amazon. I'm
You
waiting
gotta
for it
hold
to
it
get
up. You
here.
can't see it. You're below
Oh,
the
sorry.
camera.
Yeah, the hole where the thermistor bolt goes is too small, so I ordered a tap off Amazon, 3 millimeters, so I can tap that out and put a bolt in it. But this thermistor is, this is off a Ender 3 MK8. Then here's their hot end, which is quite a bit longer.
Yeah, but why is it longer? It doesn't really need to be.
Well, on the belt printer, running at an angle to the bed, I guess whatever reason they made it that way. I don't know yet. I don't have it hooked up, so I don't know yet why.
Maybe it's just to make it longer so it clears the belt easier.
Maybe. Not really sure yet.
I don't know. Looks cool.
And then I got my old license plate here out of the garage. I need to cut a piece out of it, make a wiper for the belt printer, so when the parts come off the edge, they'll catch this and knock them loose. I was trying
How
to
the hell
find
do
some
you
thin
keep your
metal.
plate?
Huh?
How the hell did you keep your plate?
Oh, well, I had to get new ones this year, but after ever so many years, they make you replace them. And you don't have to turn them in. You can either throw them away.
Here in Connecticut, you got to turn them in.
Oh.
You have to.
Yeah, I renewed online, and when I got my new driver's license, I thought about taking them down there, but no, you can just keep them. They don't care. But I'm going to use metal.
Because we get a lot of people that will take that plate and just stick it on another car and drive around without ever registering it.
Yeah.
So here in Connecticut, if you don't return your plate, they just keep the state doesn't give a crap because it's state registration. They just keep sending the tax information to the towns because here the town you pay automotive taxes at the town. That's how the town collects their money. But motor vehicle, the state of Connecticut supplies the towns with who to tax in your town.
It's a scam to make money because there was nothing wrong with the plate I had on it. But like after every, 8 or 10 years, whatever it is, they make you get a new plate when you register and they swap them. It keeps prisons busy making plates. So
I guess. But see, we don't even care if you don't ever change your plate. My father still got the same plates that are now on my mother's car that were made in when my father was a teenager.
Yeah.
It's
like a hard hat on
right now.
It's like a hard hat on a job site. You get all these cool stickers on it. Then after X amount of years, they make you get a different hard hat because it's out of date or code or OSHA compliance.
Well, the hard hat I get, but the license plate, there's no need.
Yeah.
I literally have the license plate on my mother's car is probably 50 years old. You barely read it, which is probably why they make you replace it. In Connecticut, we're a blue background with white letters on top. Unless you get a specialty plate, a custom plate, and then it's white with bluish black letters. But anyways, it's the whole thing is just grayed out now because it's so old.
And if you're on a job site and the wind blows off your hard hat and you're on 20th story or 25th story, you got to throw it away and they got to give you a new one. You're not allowed to rewear it because they think it's damaged. Even though it sailed down and probably didn't hurt it, you're not allowed to rewear it.
That I understand. Why take the chance if you a hard hat's a safety piece of equipment. If it can be compromised, we had the same problem. We have here if you work outdoors, you have to replace it every 2 years, I think. And if you work indoors, you have 4 years because the UV light from the sun or whatever makes the plastic deteriorate faster or some freaking crap. Most of them say right on them now what their replacement date is.
Yeah, when I quit construction, my last helmet I got out in the garage, I kept it.
Yeah.
No reason you
never wore them. I always worked for private, so we never really wore them unless we were in a union location. We used to do a lot of schools and stuff too, so I always had a hard hat for those, but we didn't really wear hard hats much. Most of the stuff we did didn't require it anyways. We did mostly trim and doors and cabinets, and none of that's hard hat construction. Unless we're around the framers. The only around here is roofing, windows, doors, and framing. The only you need a hard hat for residential, not commercial. Best if used by. No, it's do not use past. And actually, most of them now are printed on the inside, right at the ear band. When you have to decommission it. Same with mountain bike helmets now, which I didn't know. Mountain bike helmets have a decommission year date.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my dad passed away in 1981, and his hard hat back then was a metal hard hat, which are not allowed anymore, but it was then. I have it out in my shed. I kept it.
Which, to be honest, if I'm going to get whacked in the head, can't decide which one I'd rather have.
Well, the plastic usually kicks back, or it's deflective, where the metal will just dent, and it can hurt, damage your brain. Well, that's cool. You got some filament in the mail.
Seriously, he's got another ad? That's weird. He's had to watch like 4 ads since I started. I've only been going like 30 minutes.
Yeah, on Twitch channels where I'm not subbed, I get ads constantly. You still see the person up in the corner, but you don't hear him talking.
Yeah, well, at least they got that.
Yeah.
It used to be it just blanks you out completely. Yeah. That's weird, though, because I set it for 2 ads in the first 5 minutes, because usually I start streaming and I just leave that I'm going to start in 5 minutes thing, so everyone comes in, they get their ad, and then I start up. So the ad starts before I even start streaming. And then I got one at like 30 minutes. But that should only be a 30-second ad. The first one, I thought I did 30 seconds, but it's not. I was just looking, it's a minute. And the second one is at 30 minutes is 30 seconds. I got candy, man.
The TIG Tag printer people sent me a config and an advanced config for Marlin for this belt printer based on a Corality Ender 3. So I took that, dropped it in VS Code, and I went and changed the motherboard to Tim's TH3D board that I put in the belt printer, and I compiled it. It had a million errors, but it finally compiled with errors, and it finished. It said success. I haven't tried it yet because I'm waiting to tap out this hot end so I can hook it up. So I'm getting the hot
errors are just warnings.
Yeah. I hope it's
yellow. If they're yellow, they're just warnings.
Yeah.
If they're red, they're errors.
It still compiled successfully. So.
Yeah. So it's just warnings. There's a lot of warnings with the latest 2 updates. Because every time you update something, VS Code and Platform IO wants him to if he changes the pinning, he doesn't always delete the old pinning in case there's an issue with one board or another. But it has to choose, and the warning will come up and say, I'm using the new pinning, but you really need to delete the old pinning file, which he doesn't do in case there's an issue with some board or something that he doesn't know about that still needs the old pinning.
Hey, Vince. Yeah, Tripod is backing the Bamboo Labs printer.
Go to Twitch.
I think the Bamboo Labs printer is too small. It needs to be 300 by 300. Other than that, it looks killer. I would love to back it.
I don't want it that big.
It needs to be a little bigger.
Size for that.
It's just a little too small.
250 is fine.
So 250 huge. If somebody wants to buy it and print helmets, well, it's not going to happen on that printer. So
yeah, but most people really don't use a 300 millimeter printer. I don't. I'm going to get rid of one of these 2 because I got the 2 300s. I never use it. I never use 300. I would almost rather see them do like 250 X and Y and like 400 height, because most things I'm finding people want to print are tall. But yeah, a helmet you have to have at least 300, if not 350.
Yeah.
But then you're getting into a real, I don't know. I do think 300 is like the sweet spot, do everything size. Anything bigger than that is just stupid.
If I ever built a printer and I had the money to build my own, it'd be 400 by 400. Because I think that would be
that when I built this, and I'm glad.
I think that'd be the perfect size, be 400.
Yeah, but you print more stuff tall and big than I do.
Well, I used to, yeah.
I don't. I print practical stuff, so this is mostly the size. I'm almost thinking I want to get rid of the pumpkin printer and get like a Prusa Mini thing. I'm almost thinking I'm going to finally build that, which is like, I got a new idea in my head, and make it like a 200 cube printer. Because I'll use it more. I'll use a 200 cube more than anything else. But I can see the use for 300 for some people. It's just personally for me, I never use it. Never, ever, ever.
How's your mom doing? Everything okay there?
Yeah. I've had family in and out of here for the last like 3 weekends in a row.
Mm-hmm. Well, did you put them to work, or you just all sit around chit chat and eat your food?
Well, here we go. My oldest brother is the one basically with the whole woodworking. He wants to quit his job, which he's just working part-time here and there. He's basically retired, but he wants to fully retire. So he wants to start the woodworking crap with me. So he's been investing in tools. He actually just brought over an old table saw, that old Sears table saw I've been rebuilding. He was going to take it back. He's like, nope, just keep it. It's a nice table saw. We'll use it here for the shop. He's the one that bought the CNC. He's been buying blade. He wants to just basically retire, come over here on the mornings, dick around, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, sell a dozen cutting boards. Both of us make a few $100, pay our bills, and be happy. We're not going to make money on them, but it'll keep us retired. You know what I mean? Hobby money, if that makes sense. That's what I like to call it. Make hobby money. This is what he wants to do. So he's here at least once or twice every weekend, because he's got Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday off. So he usually comes. He was here today. My second oldest brother just retired completely a month ago, and he's moving from Columbia, Connecticut, which is 20 minutes that way, to Newport, Rhode Island. Him and his wife just bought a house in Newport. They actually bought it like 20 years ago, but they just had it completely rehabbed so they could live in it. It used to be just a summer residence, because I don't know, you don't know what Newport, Rhode Island is, but it's one of the original New England sailing towns. It's like Revolutionary War style sailing towns, with all the boats and everything. Anyways, they just updated their whole house, put a second floor on it so they could live there. They're moving there permanent. So he's been literally driving back and forth every day, moving stuff. Because the only thing they're going to move is the big stuff. They're going to get a mover, van, whatever. But all the little crap, he just drives his little car back and forth. His wife's still working for another month or two because she's a big lawyer and a corporate lawyer. She's a partner of her law firm. And she basically retired back at Christmas, but she has to stay and finish all her court cases that she's in the middle of. So she's got like another 2 months of working part-time.
Mm-hmm.
So she still goes to work. He's going back and forth. Then my brother just above me, I have 5 brothers. My brother just above me does a mountain biking or a bicycling tour here in Lyme every year. They have a charity bike ride. You give them $50 and you go for this big long ride, and it helps support the town parks. It's for all the town parks around here. So he does that. I used to do it. I'm actually the one that started him doing it, because I used to do the mountain bike tour and he used to do the road bike tour. And he just likes doing it because he grew up here. So it lets you ride all up and down. It's a 60-mile road trip. And he likes doing it because it's just, because he lives in Boston now. So he was here this weekend for that. So I've had brothers in and out making my mother crazy. My other brother's supposed to show up, I don't know, in the next week or two and pick up his cutting board. So I've seen all my brothers. They're all moving back in the area. They all moved away, and now they're all coming back. I wish they'd come closer.
Next Sunday is my birthday, so next Saturday when I have my hangout, I'm going to consider that
Happy birthday.
A birthday stream. Thank you. Yeah, I'll be 58. Sucks.
An old fart.
My sister is turning 70 on the 19th, and I'm like, oh my God, 70.
Wait, you're only turning 58? I thought you already were 58.
Yeah, I'm turning 58.
Oh, so you're the same age. I thought you were a couple years older than me. I'm 57.
No. Yeah, I'm 57 too. In 1981, my dad passed away at 57 when I was 17.
I had car accidents 1828. Every 10
Thank you, John. Hey, Tactile, what's going on?
Oh, Matt. What's up, Matt? We got everyone here. I got to bolt out in a bit because I got to go make dinner because my mother has like a churchy thing. Actually, I think she's doing it now. They don't go to church anymore. They live stream church now, so she doesn't have to go there, which is fine by me.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's Monday, so it's hot makes tonight.
Yeah,
So I watch the hot makes.
I watch it once in a blue moon.
I watch it almost every week, just cause.
I used to.
It's a Monday thing.
Yeah. And then Astro Printer will be streaming tomorrow afternoon. He moved his Wednesdays to Tuesdays.
Why do you do that? Just cause?
I think it's because Loyal was going live with giveaways on Wednesdays, and he went on bumped back on Tuesday, hoping to get more people watching.
Yeah.
So
Loyal won't be streaming today. He did his 24-hour stream this weekend for some
yeah, I
reason.
popped in last night for about an hour. It's like, wow, you've been on for how many hours? That's crazy. Did he stand up the whole time?
Yeah.
Wow.
And he did the whole 24 hours, I guess. I'm not positive. I kind of popped in and out here and there.
Yeah.
I can't sit there and watch that. I like Loyal. He's all right and everything, blah, blah, blah. There's people that don't like him. I get it. I get both sides. I can't watch his streams for more than like 10 minutes. I mean, I just, whatever. It is what it is. The hell's that painting back there? I don't think I've seen that before. Yeah.
That?
Yeah.
It's a joke or something. It came from one of these Comic-Con shows. It's like a drawing thing. You buy them. It's similar
I've
to...
seen that back there before.
Yeah, my son gave it to me. My grandson didn't want it. And that one up
Viking,
there...
you're looking late, Viking. I opened the
Mandalorian.
box that was supposed to be your box that you sent to me. I got Filament. I don't
Hey,
know.
Viking. I pinned you on Facebook.
That's where this came from. Viking won this Filament, and we were chit-chat. We were actually chatting on Facebook, chat. And what's up, Sergio? And he's like, hey, dude, I just won some Filament from PrintedSolid. You want it? I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Forgot all about it, and the box showed up today. I was like, sweet.
Yeah, show him what you got. If he just popped in, he hasn't seen the colors.
Yeah, it's just
and it got candy too.
Speak time. Glitter slime green, and this is actually a deep purple. It looks blue on the camera, but it's not. It's very purple.
I used to like that group, Deep Purple.
Matter of fact, the John Stan freaking logo, icon for John's thing, because he's using the standard generic Twitch.
Yeah, it's about that color.
It's almost exactly this color purple.
Yeah.
Sergio. So I got 2 rolls of PrintedSolid filament, which is awesome. I like that slime green. Actually, that slime green is what this is. This is my iPad and iPhone stand. Because most stands don't take these like OtterBox style. And this isn't an OtterBox, it's an OtterBox knockoff, but most stands won't take these. Or this one does. I designed it just for these. And same thing over here. And that's the Jesse Slime Green, which I just ran out of. So it's a perfect time to get some Jesse Slime Green because I literally just used it all up. And there's that. What time is it? It's 5:15. I'm going to have to go in about 15 minutes. Go make dinner.
At 2:15 here in Vegas.
It's going to be
99 degrees out.
Fish sticks. I have lots of Jesse. Good for you. I had lots of Jesse. I kind of used, what I like about Jesse so much is it's cheap. So you can use it for like demo-y, trying stuff out because it's inexpensive enough that you can use it for prototyping but it's also nice enough that you can do it for a final product. You know what I mean? Where like this stuff, I kept saving it and saving it and saving it till it got so wet and soggy that I'm like, I got to burn it off. Mm-hmm. This is like some fancy, I don't know, what the hell was it? Filament 1. This, I won this like 2 years ago from, there's another one from Alien 3D during the Halloween stream. He was giving it away, and I won this.
Cool.
He's like, what do you want? After I won it, I said, I don't know. Give me something you're not selling. He started laughing. He's like, this is my most expensive filament, but no one's buying it. So here, have a roll. It's like, okay. And it's like, I don't know, gold. It's like a metallic gold, but it's getting wet. I dried it out somewhat, but it's not perfect. But it's actually printing all right again. But I'm out. It's almost gone too. There's literally almost none of it left. Or they should pull it out of the printer right now. Oh, it's still locked into the hot end. I thought it backed it out, but it didn't. I guess I got to set up my back out more. When I finish a print, I actually have in the NG code, I have the extruder back out the filament. I guess I just didn't do it far enough. That way you can just switch filaments and you don't have to like heat it up, put a filament in, load it up. You can just pull it out, put the filament in, heat it up, and preload it.
Yeah.
Puppy! There's a puppy wandering around behind you.
Oh, Nikita, my black dog.
Yeah. Makita, as in the tools?
Nikita with an N. Remember that show used to be on TV? Nikita, Nikita?
Oh, Nikita. Yeah, yeah.
Martial arts chick.
Yeah.
That's who I named her after. I used to like that show.
She was a little hottie.
Yeah. Maggie, her name is Maggie Q is her name.
She did Designated Survivor.
Yeah, until she died. Yeah.
Yeah. She was in that for she was like the CIA agent or FBI agent or something like that.
Yeah.
I started watching that and then I stopped. After like the second or third season, I was like, okay, they dragged this out long enough. I want to eat this, but it's dinner time and I don't want to eat it. That and it just gums my teeth up.
Yeah, Nikita Sergio, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I watched that. I started watching. It's another show I didn't watch a lot. If it came on, I watched it. It wasn't a high priority show. I gotta say, the new Strange New Worlds show, Star Trek Strange New Worlds on Paramount.
Yeah, I watched one episode of it yesterday.
Yeah, I love all of them. This last one, I wasn't. The whole freaking body switch with Spock is just.
Well, it was good that Spock actually kissed his fiancée because back in the day that never happened.
Which is what I don't like about it because it's not really following the original Spock thing, but whatever. I just don't like the whole. I mean, come on, the body switch thing. That's
mind switch,
like the time travel thing. It's been so played out. Stop. You're in space. There's 8 billion freaking stars with 8 billion freaking planets. You don't need to play with time travel. There's 8 billion pieces of subject matter. Why are we playing with time travel? I don't get it. At least the last one that they did, they went back in time, but it was a story about her grandmother, or her, actually.
Well, what's bad about Captain Pike is we know what's going to happen in 10 years, so.
Yeah, but there's all that time between now and then. Yeah. He's a good actor. I like him. I liked it. This new show is the first one of the spin-off-y Star Treks that I've actually really liked and look forward to every week because it feels like the old 60s, early 70s original Star Trek. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All those Deep Space Nine, I mean, they were good. Don't get me wrong. I watched them. They're okay. But Deep Space Nine and Next Gen, they just didn't have that feel. You know what I mean? They just didn't feel like, I don't know. They just felt like it was forced, if that makes sense. This one actually feels like Star Trek, the original series.
Yeah. The one that Seth Meyers did, they're back. That's got a new season back on it. I can't think of it.
Yeah. The very first one of the new Star Treks I loved that. I loved the very first one. When he came down at the very end and he's like, he just beams in to that meeting of the two sides. And he's like, oh, hi. I'm interrupting your big freaking, worldwide meeting. I'm just going to pop in here. I just thought that was the funniest thing. What's up, Speedy?
Hey.
It's Speedy late Speedy. And it's almost 5:30, which means I gotta go in another 5 minutes.
Alrighty.
My legs bleeding all over the place. I don't know why my legs bleeding. I was out mowing and weed whacking. I must have gotten like a twig or something that spun up from the weed whacker and hit me in the leg.
You're wearing shorts with Weed Eater?
No, never.
Okay, yeah, that's not good.
No. Well, a lot of it's poison ivy, and because I wear long sleeves, I always do it it's what I love. All my lawnmower, weed whacker, they're all battery powered. I go out at 5 a.m. Nobody around here cares because you can't hear it. It's not like a gas engine running.
Yeah, mine's electric. I drag out a power cord. Mower's gas.
Battery. That battery powered weed whacker, I cannot believe I've had that thing 10 years. Same with my lawnmower. I just bought a new lawnmower, and the only reason I bought a new one, I bought it a year and a half, 2 years ago. My brother actually bought it. Is the old one still works? It's just when I'm done with it, especially in the real heavy summer when it's dry, I pull the batteries out and I hit it with a garden hose to get all the crap out from underneath the bed and around the electric motors and everything. I forgot to take the battery out. So it didn't hurt the battery. It shorted out the battery connector. Well, it takes two batteries, so it will still take one. It's just that one side burned out. And I have a feeling there's a fuse in there somewhere. I just never bothered taking it apart. The thing was freaking ancient. My brother was here when I did it. He just started laughing, went right on Amazon, ordered a new one. Said, here, just you need a new one anyways. It's all beat up. So I still use the old one. I use it. I put the blade all the way up, and I use it for a brush cutter.
I hear Amazon has a store in California they're testing out. You walk in with your cell phone. Everything you pick up, it automatically scans for you, and you just walk out the door and you're done. And they email you a receipt for everything you picked up and bought. You don't actually have to pay for anything because you scan yourself going in, and every item is on some kind of a device that weighs it, or it has cameras set up and takes a picture of whatever you pick up and putting you straight in your bag, put it in your pocket, whatever you want. You're being charged for it.
Yeah, I don't know if I trust that. Walk out and you get a freaking $1 million bill. Oh, you took 100 of these.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so. Oh God, who's a mod? I can't do it on thing. Freaking delete that freaking thing. I can't do it on, and I'm not. Actually, I am on Twitch over here. No, I'm not. I'm not. I should load Twitch because I'll have to go hit someone else. Where the hell's the reload? Reload.
I guess I'm not a mod. I'm seeing it, but I can't get rid of it. Now I can hear myself talking.
Yeah, it's because I just loaded it. I didn't hit mute fast enough.
Oh, okay.
How do I? There's a couple of them there. How do I?
I timed them out.
Yeah, you need to report them and crap. There's a way you can report them and then Twitch will delete them. I can't remember how to do it.
Not sure.
To do with Apple. It's got to do with Twitch. That's the other thing I actually like better on YouTube. Is YouTube when you get to I get less trolls on Twitch than I do on YouTube. But it's so much easier to report the trolls on YouTube. You just click on them and go report. Buy viewers, follows, and primes on you follows. What moron actually thinks they make money on that crap? What moron actually goes looking at that crap? Why would I want to buy viewers? It just makes no sense to me. Anyway, I'm going to have to kill it because I got to go make Mom her dinner.
Alrighty, well, nice chatting with you. Take care, everybody in chat, and I'll see everybody soon. Have a great weekend. Bye bye.
What are you doing tonight?
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Let's
I'll be
stream
working on
tonight.
stuff around the house.
Let's do a stream tonight.
I don't want to schedule anything. If you're on, I might pop in, but I don't know. I'm just tinkering all the time. That's why I don't stream on Twitch very much. I get tied up working on stuff, and I usually don't stream much. So
Anyway, all right.
All right, later.
Folks. Have a wonderful evening.